Hello everyone, this is Grandmaster Var Akobian with 1000 GM and welcome to the coverage of the round number 8 of the 1000 GM Bay Area GM and IM North tournaments. It's very exciting to see. We are very close to have few players achieving the norms, which is the primary goal of this tournament. So we will take a look at these games, GM section and IM section, but two players in the IM section are very close. That's Max Gedaljevic, who just drew his game against Ostrovsky, and Mark Heinemann, who drew against Emilio Cordova. These two players are going to be facing each other in the final 9th round in a couple of hours. And draw is going to be enough for both of them, I believe, to achieve the norm. So now we're going to have a guest, Max, joining us here. Hello, Max, and
Hi.
welcome to the show here. So, 1 second, Max. I have to change quick quick change here. So we are on round number 8, as I mentioned. Okay. So we have a special guest, Max, joining us. Max, easy draw. Did you expect it will be easy, or you thought maybe he will try to play a little bit?
I didn't know.
You don't know.
Yeah.
It's always tricky, eh? Sometimes you don't know what opponent is going to try to do here, and this is the game.
No, it was a little bit complicated situation as well, because I also need to be looking at what's happening with Mark's game.
Yeah,
But
because
fortunately-
if he lost, he would need to play for a win.
He
with
would need
you.
to play for a win
Yeah.
with me.
Same
yeah.
thing. If you had lost somehow, you had to. That would have made things a lot more complicated. But we're glad things are going the way it's the best for everybody. And let's take a look at this. It's a theoretical line.
Yeah. So I decided to play the Berlin
Berlin?
here. Yeah. He's played against the Berlin twice this tournament and didn't seem to get too much. And it's very solid. It's what you play for a draw, really. So,
Absolutely, yeah. It's a very solid opening. It's a top choice for the players. And now Kosov, he takes only 4.
yeah.
D4 now.
Yeah, so this is all theory after knight d6, yeah.
Yep.
And of course, bishop c6, d6, d5 is the Berlin endgame, but this is a known draw here after d takes e5.
Yeah. So yeah, this you were ready. You were ready to battle it out in this end game, right?
Yeah.
And perhaps even Black gets some chances. It's not completely out. So
Yeah.
so you went here, takes. He played it. Once you saw this,
Yeah.
you realize that it looks like he's just
He's
gonna
gonna
try
go
to
for the draw.
go for
Like
a-
white
go for a draw.
white can play on this way, but it's a little bit of a strange way to do it. Yeah.
Yeah, d5. Well, I mean, yeah, you have 2 bishops. You have very solid position here. I think you're
Yeah.
doing absolutely great here. Knight takes d4,
Yeah. And now
and the famous draw here. So that will put you right now. I have the current standings updated. You are now, after 8 games, at 4.5 points.
That's
So
right.
as Ostrovsky, but Ostrovsky don't need a norm. He is a GIM already for a
Yeah,
while. And now Mark needs a draw, which
That's
is,
right.
and you will have the white pieces, so that should be good. And Emilio drew, so he has 4. He's on a 50%. And the leader of the tournament is Alex Katz.
yeah.
And he needs 1.5 points here. Alex Katz here. Let's take a look here. This is a critical game here for
No,
Alex Katz.
he looked totally crushing. This opening was just very good for him. He must have known the line.
Yeah. So it's a Queen's Gambit declined against some Rook Narayanan.
Yeah.
Takes
And
C5, fighting for the center. Takes.
yeah.
Bishop takes.
Okay, interesting.
Exchange is occurred, but this is worse.
No. You can't
This
can't
is
trade the bishops,
worst
I guess.
endgame.
Yeah.
My goodness, where did he go wrong here? Knight c6, yeah? Knight c6 is the move here. There is a reason why they play knight c6 here.
I'm sure c5 is also
Bishop c6,
fine.
you know this line, yeah?
This is
This is
very
a
close
very
to
topical
equal.
line, yeah. So, but, okay, you think c5 is still okay? He takes.
Yeah, okay.
This is okay. This
think-
is okay.
But I don't think you could trade the dark squared bishops. I think.
C3 of course you have to play. You're losing the pawn, so you may as well weaken the position and compromise the structure here,
Yeah.
by playing c3, allowing him to take back. and then you go here. There is still some pressure here out there. I've seen white playing these positions with the move 93, but this is a huge game for Alex Katz here. If he can somehow pull a victory in this one,
Yeah, no.
he's gonna be in great shape to get a norm. I'm not sure who is he playing in the last round.
Yeah, so I was looking at this. He plays with Kunka Harshid, right?
Kunka Harshit in the last
Who
round.
is, if he wins against Baloo in this game, he's also in a position for a norm, I believe. of a
Oh
draw.
my goodness!
Yeah.
But
So,
who is he playing? Kunka. Kunka is playing.
Baloo, yeah. So he
Below.
would need to, Kunka would need to beat Baloo with black, but it looked like he had a great opening to me.
Wow,
Uh,
that's interesting. That would be fantastic. I mean,
It's
wait
potentially
a minute.
4 norms.
Potentially 4 norms in one tournament. That's absolutely
never-
incredible.
I've never seen that.
I have never seen. If that happens, I've never seen. That would be really unprecedented.
Yeah.
So, what's going on here? This is just really that bad? Goodness.
Yeah, I think.
Plus 3 or plus 2.5. Wow. I would think white is better, but I wouldn't think that much better, you know?
Yeah, I mean, I guess you just don't have anywhere to put your pieces for black, right?
Yeah.
Like if you bring your rook to the c file, it gets hit with knight d6, and white's pieces are just controlling everything.
Yeah.
And yeah, if you look at the Baloo Kunka game, I think black was just better here.
Wow.
Yeah.
Below Kunka here, guys. Look at this. So it started off. So we are going to look at this from black perspective. It's a huge game for Kunka. So he needs also 1.5.
That's
He
right.
had a great start, right? He had a very good start in this tournament. So, but again, beating Bellows.
Yeah. I
It's-
mean, I had the same thing, right? When I played Blue, he played
Yeah.
sort of dubious in the opening, and then we got to some middle game, and he just crushed me. So, I think.
D4. This is an excellent opportunity for Kunka to
Yeah.
play this, no? He
Yeah.
has to go for D4 to try to grab the control of the center. If he takes now, take back with the pawn, putting some pressure
You
on
go D5.
C3.
And you get this very good reverse Benoni, right?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely, yeah. No. Wow, this is a huge game here for Kunka. Then we have a matchup of Josiah playing with Stramavicius. These players cannot achieve a draw. Unfortunately, very tough tournament for Josiah.
Yeah.
He started very tough, so he's just more playing for practice and get some. He's got some advantage here. You know, I like his position. It's a beautiful grip he has on D5 and the pressure on a D file. So he's got some good. And then
Yeah.
another draw was achieved. We're gonna talk about with the players coming up next after UMAX.
Yeah.
So desired result here for Mark Hyman getting a draw with white against Emilio Cordova.
Yeah.
Well, Max, tell us a little bit about your upcoming plans. We'll talk to you again after the next game, hopefully. But what are your plans? Are you planning to play some more tournaments, or are you gonna take a little break, study, or what is your plan
Yeah,
for
so
2023?
2023, I don't know. I think I have 2 more tournaments coming up in December now.
Okay.
Uh,
Which ones?
So I got to come and play in St. Louis. You have the Spice Cup, right?
Oh, Spice Cup. Yes,
Yeah.
yes. Spice Cup. Okay, you're gonna be back in St. Louis. That is a good tournament.
Yeah, yeah.
That is a strong tournament. Yeah. Okay.
And then
And,
later, the North American Open at the end of the
Ooh,
month
fantastic.
in Vegas. Yeah.
Wow, you're gonna be continuing the U.S. tour.
Yeah.
Basically. Fantastic. Okay, good. And then 23, you will see where things are
Yeah.
rating-wise.
Yeah, so
How
I'm-
close
yeah.
are you? How close are you to get to that 24? You must be.
I'm over.
You're
yeah.
over 24. So have you been over 24?
Yeah. So
Okay, so-
when I got the second dorm, my live rating went over in Charlotte.
Okay,
So,
so
yeah.
you're gonna be over that, so that's perfect. You know, meaning that the IM title should come soon, and then you will, see what you want to do, concentrate on
Yeah.
GM or do other things. All right, fantastic. But this is great. You've been very active this year. If you think about this, Max, how many tournaments you think you've played this year for Norm?
For Norm, okay. So I had must have been 8, 9, 10
8, 9, 10, something
Yeah.
like that. All in 1 year.
in 1 year. Yeah.
And you got all the Norms in 1 year?
Yeah.
Fantastic. Okay, great. Thank you very much. We enjoy having you in our events in 1000 GM. We hope to see you in St. Louis, okay?
Yeah.
We have plans to have in St. Louis the norm events. We might have to make some adjustments, but you will be invited to play, and I think at that point you probably will be interested to play in a GM tournament.
Yeah, very much
to achieve that norm. Okay, thank you very much. We wish you good luck in the last round, and we'll talk to you after, okay?
Yeah, thank you.
Thank you very much. That was Max Gedaljevic. Very close, half a step away now from getting that last IM norm, and he's got the rating as well. And we're gonna have his opponent for round 9 joining us, and we have Mark. Let's get Mark here really quick and get his perspective. 1 second, guys. Okay, guys, we're gonna have another special guest joining us. Mark Hyman, having an excellent tournament,
Hello,
continuing in solid play, joining us. And like I mentioned, I was just had an interview with Max Gedaljevic.
Yeah.
He's half a step, same boat. They are these two players on in a similar situation, half a step away from getting their final IM norm. And one question, you are over 2400, so that's also not a problem.
Yeah.
So you, okay.
Yeah, so like Max and I literally can be more similar. I think that Max is clearly
Same.
going to be well above 2400 after this tournament.
Yeah, he is.
So.
He's going to be well above 2400. He told me he played close to 9 norm tournaments this year to achieve it. How many you played, you think?
Only these 3. Actually, no, I played the National Open, but due to like other circumstances at the time, I had to take a half point bye, so I knew I wasn't going to be eligible for a norm.
Gotcha. Wait, so you got all your norms in every tournament?
Yeah,
That is incredible efficiency.
I did not see it coming. That's why, like, for a while, I didn't think it would be
Wow,
possible.
that is efficiency, Mark.
Yeah, I'm really thankful for that.
Very
so.
nice. Congratulations. So this game was
Thanks.
a draw against
Yeah.
Grandmaster Cordova. You must have
Right.
felt, you were white. You played a very
Right,
solid
yeah, so he
opening
offered
choice.
a draw on move 6 right to Queen's Indian. It's
Yeah.
not really that exciting, and so
Yeah.
and as I said, like I thought, a draw put me exactly where I wanted to be, so
Yeah.
obviously I'm not going to decline it.
Assuming Max didn't
So.
have a tough game today.
Right, so
Yeah.
Max is playing Alex, and Max is clearly in quite strong form. I've been following Max's progress. He's made
A lot of
3 norms
progress.
in literally a lot. Like he played, Hollywood Masters with 1000 GM a month ago. Then he convincingly made an I norm close to a GM norm in Charlotte.
Yeah.
So Max is clearly quite strong. So I was like,
Oh,
I
yeah.
thought that the chances of him not losing
Yeah,
were good.
it's very, and Alex
So-
also had no.
Right, exactly.
big
Alex has
motivation.
nothing to play for as well.
Yeah, he's not
So,
getting a GM norm here. Well, fantastic
yeah,
result
so
here.
I think.
So, keep it up the good work here.
Thank you,
What
yeah.
is your plan? Let's say this goal is achieved
Right.
later today. What are
Yeah.
you looking forward to in? First of all, do you have any more tournaments in December?
That's a great question. No, at this point, my holidays are just going to start, so I'll be done for the rest of the year.
The rest of the year, no more chess,
yeah.
and then 2023. What is your plan?
That's a great question. I
you
mean, I
thought
tried
about
not to
it?
think about it too much, because I didn't want to jinx myself. So obviously, if I didn't get the norm here, I would try for
Yeah.
that until it's done.
Mm-hmm.
But honestly, I just enjoy playing in these tournaments a lot. Like, it's just you just play a lot more high quality chess than certainly than playing online or playing even in a smaller
absolutely.
tournament. So. I think, the next step would be getting GM norms. That's obviously a big step above that. Like, that requires a performance rating that's certainly well above my actual skill level.
Yeah.
So,
It's-
whereas
yeah.
this, I think I was playing at a level that,
It's very close.
I should
You
be able
should
to
be
get
able
IM
to
norms.
attain,
read
yeah.
it. But I think, so I'm not putting pressure on myself like, oh, I must get the GM norms because that is the expected result.
Yeah, yeah.
But I think it'd be, something it'd be fun to work toward. Alex Katz, who is currently playing right now, and looks to be in
Exactly, yeah.
excellent shape for a GM norm.
Yes, he is. And
but Alex
actually-
is very similar to me. Like, we're both
Yeah.
we both have day jobs in tech.
So
that
you
could
have a
give
day
us-
job
Yeah.
here. You're in Bay Area.
Yes, I'm in the Bay Area.
Tell us a
so-
little bit about your job. Where do you work?
Yeah,
What do
I
you do?
work at a federal research laboratory called Lawrence Livermore National Laboratory. I'm a computer science researcher, so I spent a lot of years in school, which is one of the reasons that sort of curtailed
I
some of
see.
my chess playing.
And you are 29? now?
Yes, yeah.
29, yeah.
So got to sneak this in before I guess I
Gotcha.
finish off my 20s.
That's amazing.
So-
That's amazing. So you have a full-time job.
Yeah. But Alex is a great inspiration. I think that, right, like,
He
even
has a
with
full-time
that,
job too?
Yeah, he also, I don't know exactly the details, but I
I'll
believe
ask
he
him,
also
yeah.
works fully remotely in a tech role as well.
Gotcha.
Obviously very bright, graduated from MIT.
That's amazing.
So the point is, like, Alex to me, like, to me is an inspiration that, like, and Alex has played in a lot of tournaments, right?
Yes,
So
yeah.
obviously it's both. He would be the first to say that, for both of us, it's a stretch to make it any one tournament, but it's something. I think it's something that's at least reasonable to work for. And if not, like I said, I get to play high quality chess. And
Enjoy.
have fun with that.
Yeah,
So,
as long as you're enjoying, that's
yeah.
the key. Like
That was what I realized, like, playing in the National Open. Like, I mentioned I was doing another event parallel to it, and I knew I was going to be able to complete the whole schedule. So, but even just playing in, I was like, wow, I miss, like, playing in a tournament. Like, I played even when I was in graduate school in Michigan. I would play in, like, some FIDE rated tournaments. Like, they were like weekend tournaments, but they were still FIDE rated. Which is one of the reasons I got up to 2,400. Like, even though I didn't really play in big tournaments.
Yeah.
But like, and like those, that's fine, I guess, right? But it's nothing. Like, even though those are like also FIDE rated and also have, like, at least like national masters, but like it's certainly nothing compared to it because the stakes are a lot lower, right? Like, you're placing people who are a lot more like local, right? And so playing in these tournaments, like, it can be fun. Like, I definitely get far more into it than I do, like, playing just in another tournament on the weekend.
Absolutely.
So,
well, very interesting.
But we'll see. Yeah,
we're glad to have you here.
I'm really glad to
look
be
out,
here. So
look out
thank
for
you
more.
your commentary.
Absolutely, yeah. Look out for some more tournaments we're gonna have in 2023.
Oh yeah,
so
very excited for that.
We'll be happy to have you for sure.
Yeah.
In the 2023
Right.
calendar,
I will
some big
also
things
say-
planned up.
Yeah.
St. Louis, it's gonna be.
Right.
California.
I went to college in St. Louis, so it makes me
you
happy
did?
to see
Okay.
that the St. Louis chess scene continues to thrive. Obviously,
Which college did you go to?
it's called Washington University in St. Louis. So it's one of the colleges that doesn't. The few colleges that doesn't have.
They don't
a
have a chess program. Yeah, I know very well
but-
WashU is very well.
Yeah. So, but it's still, I'm glad I've gone there. I wish I played more chess while I was in college. but
Absolutely,
they,
yeah.
I mean,
Because
the
you
St. Louis
did
and
not
stuff.
play. When you-
I only played in like Pan Ams. Like, that was pretty much all I had time to do
Oh, I see.
while I was in college.
What did you major? Computer science?
I
or-
actually majored in math and economics, but then I also did like
Economics,
a
yeah.
master's degree in computer science. So ended up taking, like, in hindsight, I kind of wish I took fewer classes. I took a lot of classes.
Lot of classes.
And it's like,
No,
life is
WashU,
too short for that.
WashU
but,
is very close to where we are.
Yeah.
It's very close to St. Louis University,
Right,
where we
yeah.
have a chess program, and I work there as an assistant coach.
Right.
So,
Yeah, obviously we knew SLU quite well. So,
Yeah.
I'm quite happy to see chess continue
what
to
year
thrive
did you
there.
graduate?
2015, so it's been some
Wow,
time
it's
now.
been
But
a
I still
while.
know people in the area. So
Yeah, you graduated the year we started the SLU.
No. So it looks like it's spreading all over Missouri now. Like, I
There's
believe
Mizzou.
Mizzou, has one too, and so we're getting outside just St. Louis.
So
and
you
stuff.
actually living in St. Louis?
I did live in
3-4
St.
years?
Louis, yeah, and so I could see myself, if the opportunity presents itself. Like, I was considering playing in Spice Cup this year,
Yes.
which is also in St. Louis. It was
Yes.
just too close to the holidays for me.
Absolutely. Well, we'll invite you for our next Norm event.
Okay, nice. Yeah, I was
If your
gonna say I
schedule
wouldn't mind
works,
having a chance to come back.
You
yeah.
can come back and visit St. Louis, see the
Right.
changes.
Oh yeah, no,
at the chess
I'll enjoy
club.
having the chances to come back.
Absolutely,
and visit.
yeah.
I will also say one other thing that I like to do. So, my brother right now is competing in the IM norm section
Yes.
for his own norm. He's gonna have a hard time winning his own endgame. I think he's playing Chiron.
Oh yeah, let's take a
but,
look here. He told me he needs.
If he needs to win out,
two.
so he needs 2 for 2.
Oh.
It's tough, but what I was gonna say is, regardless of the result of this tournament, I'll be curious to debrief with him afterwards and say, so he has a slight advantage here, right? And he has the potential to
I
create
like
pass
this
pawns
position.
on both sides of the board,
I
right?
like this
so yeah,
position.
honestly, like, it does look not the most fun for Chiron, but the engine still thinks it's defensible. So
needs
but in
a win.
practice, yeah, he
Chiron-
does.
Chiron
And
doesn't
Chiron's
need-
just- yeah, that is
Chiron-
true too. So we'll see. But what I was gonna say is that, like, what I'm hoping is that my brother has, like, a good experience. Like, hey, this is fun playing in a tournament like this. I
And
want to
then
play
you play
more.
more.
So it would be cool, like, if my brother continues on his own norm hunt.
Yeah.
Obviously, I'd love to play alongside him.
Sure,
like, even if
sure,
I
sure.
don't think my chances of making GM
I
norms
see.
are great.
I mean,
so,
we can have you both come.
yeah,
you play in IM.
so-
You play in a gym. Okay,
yeah,
very good.
so we'll see. So I think that's another thing that I'm hoping to be able to look forward to in 2023 is getting
Sounds great. We will keep you in mind.
for sure.
I will get your contact information, okay?
Awesome. Thank you so
Before
much
the end of the
for-
tournament,
yeah.
and then we'll be in touch because we're planning to have events like this in St. Louis, the capital of chess.
Yeah, it's true.
in the
Yeah,
United
literally.
States.
As
Truly
pronounced by
the
Congress, yeah.
capital, not just words,
Yes, no, it has
You will
been
see
officially
when
pronounced,
you
yeah.
come there, you will see that it is
Right.
actually.
Yeah.
And we host the tournaments usually in the very nice facilities we have at the St. Louis University.
Oh, nice.
Actually,
Okay,
the
they're on
chess
SLU
room.
now. Yeah, I remember
It's
playing.
SLU on the campus. Very nice conditions.
Oh, that's really cool,
and,
actually. Yeah, I would be curious to see that. I wasn't sure if they were at the St. Louis Chess Club or like. When
No,
I played in
it's-
Spice several years ago. It was at like some random hotel in Clayton.
Yeah.
But
Yeah,
wow,
no,
that's
we
really
do
awesome
we
that
do
you
it
have
at the on the campus.
Oh,
this
perfect,
tournament,
yeah.
Okay,
So-
well, I know you still have one more game. We're gonna
Yeah,
get some
obviously we'll
rest,
take care
and
of
you can
business.
check. You can
For sure.
you can follow your brother's game.
Oh, yeah,
and
I'll be
let's see
checking
if you
out
can
of
do
that.
it. And
All right,
if he
let's go.
pulls this one out, who is he playing in the final round?
He's playing Sung Ho Yim, who's another strong norm seeker.
Song Ho Yim.
Yeah, and so
He
Sung Ho
played
is
in St. Louis.
Yeah, he's
Yeah.
played. I think he played at the Hollywood Masters. He is also actively on his norm hunt. I'm not.
So what
sure
does he need to get a norm?
I think he's just out of contention,
He's out of
unfortunately.
contention, okay.
But he's still having a solid tournament, and my brother would be black against him, right? So, and they're
Sure.
comparable in rating. And Sung Ho has been more active. So we certainly acknowledge that even if my brother pulls it off against Chiron, he still has
gonna
his
be
work
a
cut out
tough
for him.
chance, yeah.
But
At
But
least he's
obviously,
in
I
it.
mean,
he's in it.
a few days ago, he was looking having to win 5 straight. He's won 3 with an ending where he has reasonable chances to push in game against a strong opponent in game
Yes,
4.
yes.
So I'm really happy to see his
Absolutely.
showing in good
No,
form.
he's
So-
doing
'cause
great.
I wasn't sure how he's doing because I was like, I know he my brother has been even more he's only played in weekend tournaments for even longer than I have. So it was newer for him to play in a tournament of this caliber. So I was worried that he was going to either just be unprepared and get out prepped every time, or just run out of steam by the end of the tournament.
Yeah.
But he's actually seems like he's getting better. as
Hey,
time
he's
goes.
keeping
we'll
his
see.
own. He's keeping his own in 5 out of 7.
I know, yeah. So either way,
And-
he's had a good tournament, regardless of the outcome
And
of this game.
he's
so,
trying now. C4.
So yeah, I think.
to expand. Before he was.
Yeah. So I think trying to make this pawn. So we'll.
It's not easy. I tell you, it's not easy for Chiron.
I know, yeah, no. I think in practice, the engine says that it's not so bad for black, but in practice, I feel this looks like it could be dangerous because white can make a pass pawn on either side of the board, and black has ways from getting his own pawns moving. So, yes, I'm hoping that my brother's practice. I mean, obviously, we'll just have to see. I'm hoping he has. Maybe even we'll see how the practical chances line up, even
Yeah.
if the engine makes
Yeah, it's still a big fight
doable
ahead.
for black. Yeah.
Thank
so
you,
Thank
Mark.
you so much.
Absolutely, nice seeing you again here.
Absolutely,
and
happy to be here.
we'll talk to you after the last game. That
Wonderful,
way
yeah, for
we can-
sure.
We can
Happy
make
to-
sure everything
happy
is
to debrief.
everything is official.
Right.
Okay, thank you very much.
Thank you.
And we're gonna have another guest who's been a friend of mine for a long time, and he's visiting and playing in this tournament. And we have Grandmaster Cordova. Yeah. How are you?
I'm doing well, Bar.
Excellent. Nice to see you. Nice to see you, my friend. We are happy to have you here. You are. You've played quite a few of these tournaments, right? The 1000 or just 2? LA.
Well, I play in LA, but that was an open.
I was an open.
Yeah, it was
Uh-huh.
a pretty good one though. And this is a round robin tournament.
This is round
which is
robin, yeah.
Completely
Different, yeah, different,
Yeah,
completely
it's
different
just-
tournament here.
The motivation is.
That one you were playing, and there was big prizes. You have.
Yeah, I know that.
You were looking at the.
Good prizes, a good opportunity to play against strong
Yeah.
players, but still, I mean, the tournament went in the way that I was
Yeah,
looking for.
I don't know if you know, but the price there is double what everybody else is putting in US.
Yeah, most likely.
All the tournaments are no more than 5,000 tournaments like that,
Yeah,
Super
yeah,
Swiss. We say, you
definitely.
know what? We're gonna double that.
Yeah.
And you saw this lineup we had.
Yeah, actually,
Very
the lineup
strong
was very
lineup.
strong, and
Yeah.
a lot of 26, and the tournament
Lot
was
of-
very smooth.
We had
though.
Ilya come from St. Louis.
Yeah,
And
well,
he couldn't
Ilya
do
is
it.
one of the most successful players in the
Yeah,
in
a
America, I
in a
think.
circuit.
In the circuit, yes,
Yeah.
definitely.
Yeah.
So I think that was a very good tournament to play, though.
Yeah,
I
that
mean,
was
this
a
is
good one.
completely different. It's kind of
This
for
is
GMs
different, yeah.
are not much motivation
Yeah,
as far I
this
can
is-
see. Well, you can see by the quality
Yeah,
of the games in general.
Yeah, GMs, they don't really need to beat up each other unless it's like
Yeah, it's for money or
somebody
something. We
somebody
have
is
been-
achieving something like.
Yeah, I think in general the most important thing is just to feel motivated.
And speaking of that, I think we're gonna make some adjustments for 2023, and figure there is another format that we can do tournaments like this, which is gonna be basically like the Cheveningen tournaments,
Uh-huh.
where the GMs are not gonna play GMs.
Oh, I see.
So the difference of that, it will be basically you still will play 9 games,
Uh-huh.
but we don't want the GMs play each other because that usually doesn't result into big fights,
Yeah, unless it's
So,
an open tournament.
Yeah, and,
Yeah,
and
round
for the
robins
round
are-
robins, we're thinking about doing that. So
Well,
it's-
obviously it depends of the, if you put a price, maybe they would. I
Or
mean,
maybe
like
a
in San
price.
Luis, like you do, right? In general, the Fall Invitational.
those tournaments,
Those tournaments,
yeah.
obviously.
Those have because the chess club they have.
Yeah,
the
it's
ones
just-
I do it's similar to this. We give
Okay.
conditions.
I
We
see.
give conditions to the players. We try to take care of them, and and usually people have a good time in St. Louis because it's
Yeah, it's
such
St.
a
Louis, yes,
nice
I
place
used to
be.
live there, so yeah.
So yeah, you know very well. Okay, so this game was a quick draw, and we had your opponent here, and he was happy because.
I think he's fighting for a norm, right?
Yeah. Well, yeah. He basically he's playing a guy that needs a draw in the last round, and he needs a draw. So
Oh,
looks
okay.
like we're probably gonna have
I mean, that's good.
good
yeah.
chance we're gonna have 2 norms achieved. But I wanna put to your attention this game.
Okay, that's
This is the reason I'm asking because in this position, Harshit Kunka,
Yeah,
if
he
he
took-
can
he-
win this position,
I think he took with the
he
knight,
might have
right?
a chance. If
Well-
he wins this game, that's gonna put him at 4.5,
And he
and
will
then
need to
he needs a
win
draw in the last round.
to get an iron.
And
norm.
he's playing Alex Katz.
Oh, that's
And
intense.
if Alex Katz wins this, Kunka wins this, they play each other, draw, we obtain 4 norms we can obtain in one tournament, which will be absolutely unprecedented.
Yeah, that will be very successful.
Absolutely unprecedented for a round robin tournament. And here, help me understand why this is so bad for Black, this position.
I mean, you have the d6 square that is
Bit-
just pretty weak, and you are lacking of plans. c6 is very weak to those, so this is very, very Russian style, right? I guess you know this very well because it's old Soviet school.
Yeah.
So it's like you are going to suffer for a long, long time.
B4,
I don't really like much
96.
b4, but I think there
I
is
like
nothing
this,
wrong with.
yeah.
Knight d6 is just a squeezing time, but I mean, in general, you can do many things, right? Just improve b4 at some point, a3, h3, f4, and then just squeezing at some point, maybe
Yeah,
a knight on
C6 is weak
e5.
too.
I think one of the reasons why maybe b4 is not so accurate is because you're weakening a4, maybe. But I mean, in general, here it's probably just better to not use the engine and just more your understanding because
Yeah.
computer will see that it's kind of sort of the same thing for any occasion.
Yeah, and plus this is
Yeah, computer gives
Not a
just knight
stroke
d6
engine, yeah.
and then says like, okay, big advantage, but will not show you the reason,
so
but it's just
B4,
too many weaknesses.
Knight a4.
Well, yeah, I don't know. I mean, the
Where
knight
else
on
to
e4
go?
looks.
Knight a6. We don't want to go, right?
Yeah, but I was just considering that because I think the knight on I just had the feeling that the a4 square belongs to the bishop more than to a knight, because then the bishop on e8 is doing nothing, and the knight on e6 is covering at least c7.
Yeah.
Pretty ugly though, but I don't know. But knight on a4 is just like you're going to lose that knight at some point too, and the c7 next square is just too weak. So I mean, it's just very depressing position, of course. This is exactly the type of position that you don't want to get as black.
Yeah.
It's just a Catalan. But it's kind of
Yeah.
funny because he got almost kind of the sort of same structure against me, this Narayanan.
Yeah.
And it's just pretty depressing structure. I mean, it's
So
just...
we were analyzing this earlier, trying to figure out what's going on, but I think it looks like until
So he
here
knew-
it's normal, more or less normal.
Yeah.
Emilio, but he has to play c3 here, Charlie 3, to weaken the position.
Yeah.
Otherwise, he just loses the pawn.
Yeah, lose the pawn and then no compensation at all. Just squeezing
Yeah.
time, right?
No, he doesn't have any compensation. So at least, if he had played the move c3, allow the capture, then we go knight bd7, knight d3 comes in. We're putting a lot of pressure here, and but again, it's a fight, and I feel like Black has
Yeah,
maybe
it's
slightly worse, but
Actually, yes, it's a perfect position to hold, but it's not the position that I would like to play, to be honest.
yeah.
I'm not in that style, but I know that it's kind of sort of holdable, but it's kind of, for my taste, it will be kind of sort of
Yeah.
miserable to play a position where you just need to hold all the time
Yeah.
and you are not expecting something better than
Yeah.
than just hold. You
Oh,
know?
absolutely.
But it's okay. I mean,
It's
it's still
absolutely
okay. It's a different point of view.
Now
but
putting pressure on e2, trying
yeah,
to
I mean, must be
create-
equalized, right? I mean, black should be able to equalize pretty
Yeah.
soon.
Because
Because
that
the knight
did
on
not
c5
happen,
is-
and that the problem is this led This led to this is actually very bad exchange.
Yeah, because actually the
Apparently.
dark square bishop is one of the strongest
Yeah,
pieces.
now the 6 square cannot be really hold.
Yeah, and the
very
bishop
well
on
and
CA is
just-
just pretty bad. And yes, it's just playing for free, you know, two results. White's winning or worst case scenario is just draw, so which is good, right?
Yeah,
It's just
absolutely.
no pressure and you just can press all the time. So
Mhm.
yeah, I think it's going to be a very hard time for the black side.
To do anything.
Yeah. I mean, that's probably the saddest part in chess, you know, when you're playing a position and someone is just beating you and squeezing you, it's just, and you are lacking of plans, and that's when I consider that the position is kind of hopeless, you know. But I guess it's still is going to be a fight, but I mean, since all the white move makes a lot of sense, of course, at some point you will need to make a decision about whether or not going with 96 or what, but
Yeah.
because at some point you have to make something. But I think it's just a perfect position that you just can take a look over all the positional books, right? Like Gelfand books, let's say.
Yeah.
Actually reminds me a lot of those examples of Karpov games too as well.
Takes-
Yeah. I don't know if I would have rushed with 95, maybe a3 at some point, just to wait a little bit longer.
Oh, this knight is so bad.
Yeah, it's very depressing. I mean, as I said, maybe it's holdable, but from the computer perspective, of course.
Yeah, it's
but
like, yeah, if you play every best move, it's still...
yeah, still you can hold, but
Yeah.
but that's computer, you know.
So,
we are not designing
these
that
are
way.
the two intrigue games. Bellows,
Against
Kanka
Kunka.
needs an in, and Katz needs a win.
Yeah, both.
Josiah
needs,
Stramavic, you're pushing, but there's just there's no
nothing
Josiah
to do.
trying to get a win.
Yeah, I
in this
think
one.
he got a very
Tough tournament.
yeah in the beginning actually. Yesterday he played very well against me though. Yeah, this
And
looks,
this is another game. Heimann is pushing. Heimann needs 2 wins.
Oh.
He has to win it out.
Well, that position looks quite pleasant to play though.
He needs to win 2 games to get it, and then he will have a chance. I don't think we have any other contenders here. Oh, Basan Suren. Basan Suren. 2 wins, and that's going to put him into the magical 7 points. Basan Suren is fighting for a norm as well. Everybody else is no. Yima's going to be missing out even if he wins by half a point. Yeah, so interesting. This is
Yeah,
another
a must-win situation.
Austin May versus Basan Suren.
Most of the time,
Erden.
I have the feeling a must-win situation is better than a drawing situation. But that's my
Because
feeling.
you know what your goal is.
Yeah. With draw, you never know. You know, it's kind of you tend to make the most kind of safest move. So, and then sometimes you tend to play very
No, yeah, I agree with
lazy.
you. I agree with
But
you.
when you need to
absolutely.
win, you take some risks. Your opponent knows that, and then I don't know. There is more tense, and you push yourself to do your best. You know. But when you're drawing, it's kind of your I don't know.
Yeah.
Containing yourself and then serve a weird way.
Absolutely. I have to agree with you. Absolutely.
Yeah, and then we see. I mean, the tournament looks pretty smooth, and actually getting a lot of norms is just pretty good. I mean, it's just
Yeah,
very
this is
successful.
the goal. This is the goal, and
Seems
that's
like
why we that's the reason I'm here to do this commentary, and then we do this interview, so people will get to know the players. You know, some of the young IMs who are gonna become people who are gonna come on IM. Just and get that experience, and also analyze the games. We had some wonderful games in this tournament.
Yeah, a lot of pretty
lot
good
of
wins.
beautiful games. I mean, look at this one, Joshua Sheng. It looks like he was just starting blazed, but then it was a crazy game against Kyron Griffin.
Yeah, yesterday they played very. Yeah,
And then Kyron won.
and Kyron won at the end.
Yeah.
Okay,
And
I
then,
thought that he was kind of-
Josh was hoping to get 9 out of 9. Do the Ilya Nizhnik, Ilya did that in St. Louis.
Oh, really?
I am no tournament. He was last minute
I
replacement
mean, he
for
is
me.
just a very good player, very
Yeah.
strong.
But there is another guy who got 9 out of 9 in the IM North tournament. Canadian IM. In Charlotte, he got 9 out of 9.
Oh, I see.
So it has been done before, but unfortunately Josh couldn't quite do it.
We'll achieve that, right?
Yeah.
I mean, it's very hard nowadays, but I know that
So
some players
what
can
do you
do that.
think of this? Does Basan Suren have a chance here, or
That's black, right?
messy? Yeah.
I mean, I will take white to be honest. I think white plans looks more clean and clear to me. And actually, it's like white already start to attack, so it's not an easy position. And playing d5 is kind of counterintuitive because
Yeah.
the rook is just
Rook
there,
is
you know.
Absolutely.
You don't want to go with that. But actually, at the same time, if you have to do something, probably I will go with h4 at some point, but as a black, of course. But still, it's kind of in the type of
This
situation.
kind of makes sense, this move, yeah. But then
Yeah, from the human perspective, but still, it's just squeezing you, you know. So, and I don't want to go with d5 unless that I'm pretty certain about that.
Yeah.
But looks like some point in Sicilian you will have to react with d5, otherwise you're going to be squished.
absolutely,
So
absolutely.
I think he will have to go with that. But actually, I mean, watching this from the computer, it's just completely different than over the board. It's just the feeling. It's
So again, they're basically so it's 6 norms can achieve in a perfect scenario. 2 in a IM, 4 in a GM.
wow.
So
That's a lot, right?
it's good to be in this position, I think. You know, that you can, with the good scenarios, 6 norms could be achieved here. Of course, some of them are big tasks. These players have to win it out. Basan, Suren, and Hyman, meaning they have to win their last 2 games. So, but at least you're in it. You know,
At least you're in the position
Yeah.
that you can play and try, you know.
Exactly.
And that's a good. I think it's.
this is clever move. Now, if you take,
Yeah,
wants to go.
rook takes f7, I think, right? And knight e5, yeah. And bishop takes e5. Although I don't know
it's
so
still
sure if
not
it's,
so clear. Yeah, it's not like completely.
Yeah, it's not.
Oh wait, knight c6 now.
Is that
Can I
ending
go
winning?
here?
That's a very hard
Oh,
question.
c4 is
Yeah,
ending.
c4. So
Okay,
you will need to
take.
capture on e4.
Yeah, but this is very pleasant. Yeah.
Yeah, very pleasant, easy to squish once
King
again.
d4,
King
yeah.
d4, b4, c5,
Yeah.
b7 and a6 are clear targets, and the pawn on
Absolutely.
g5 is just
Absolutely.
really amazing.
Yeah.
So yeah,
Well, we'll
probably
see.
the most interesting game at this moment. It's
Belarus.
Kunka against Belarus. I think.
Kunka, and Kunka played d4.
I mean, I really like that kid. He beat me actually. So he played very well. So I think he's doing an amazing.
Wow.
He showed a
My
lot of resilience.
goodness. Bishop c5 and Kunka with the upper hand here.
It's a very complicated position though.
It is.
But,
But Belarus is trying to win too.
Yeah, he's just.
So that opens up the door for Kunka.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's a
Because-
very good situation. Of course,
because
bishop c5, d3,
Threatening d3.
and then you will have to figure it out if rook e8, and then maybe b4. That's what I will consider.
6. What is this?
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, with the bishop
This
pair, you
is
never
unreal,
know.
yeah.
Of course, the pawn on d4 is just very strong, though. But looks like the bishop on b7 is just for sure
Yeah.
not a bad piece. I mean, actually, the type of position that both are looking to play, and I think it's a very good 5,
Yeah.
to be honest. So I think it's a pretty good and amazing game. Actually, I was really surprised by Kunka, the way how he focused on the game and was really concentrated.
Tough player, yeah?
Yeah,
He
yeah,
had
very,
some
very good.
opportunities in some games. I think he agreed to draw with Stramavicius, right? And it was better.
Well, that final position, it's that draw, I guess. But yeah, previous to that, yes,
earlier,
yeah,
yeah.
earlier. But actually, I think after the opening, he got a worse position at some point. But somehow,
Or maybe,
Titus just
maybe I'm mixing it, but
no. I
it
think
was a Sicilian.
yeah, it was a Sicilian, but then Titus, I think, just made some e5 very soon.
Yeah.
And then probably he underestimated knight to f5 and some
Yeah.
miscalculation because it looks like black's position already achieved everything, and white's got nothing, you know. So it's yeah, pretty sad.
Absolutely.
So actually, let me see how it's my student going. It's Zoe actually.
Oh, Zoe.
Yeah.
Oh, very good. Let's take a look. Zoe.
She had. Okay, she's just kind of taking a lot of risks, I guess.
Ooh, G5. Well,
Yeah, I think it's always a brave move, part of her style, but I don't know.
she's not afraid, yeah?
Yeah, she's not afraid.
She's not afraid to push, but
Yeah, sometimes I don't really like much to take those type of risks. Oh, which is so funny that okay, b takes e6 is because clearly you're trying to play for a win because her opponent rating. I mean, rook takes e6
yeah,
is
why don't you take with the rook?
because as I said, I mean, when you have in your mindset that you have to beat everyone because that is lower rating than you, that's a very common
Wow.
thought. So yeah, because this is just clearly equal, but playing BTC6
She's playing
is
down.
just, I mean, I know that because
She's
well,
trying.
yeah, she's trying at least, which is worthy, you know, it's good. I mean, I used to do the same thing. Sometimes I still do it, so I know the feeling. But actually, that's
F6
not.
needs to be played, otherwise after F3 it's just...
Yeah, F6 is the only move and only idea, right? And okay, but still, this position is very unpleasant. I mean, the Euro structure is just much worse, and bishop. The quality of the bishop is just
Six now.
yeah, rook to f6 at some point, double
A6
pawn on
is really-
g5, bishop to g4. I don't know. Looks pretty bad. Yeah, I mean, but it still is a fight. I mean, you never know because in chess, just one mistake and then you're done. So yeah, it's not an easy decision though. I mean, from the human perspective, of course. For computer
Absolutely.
everything, it's just pretty simple. So yeah, so it seems like a bells and kunkan, cats and Narayan and well, cats.
Well, we
and
got some exciting games in this round here.
Sturman, I think, had another interesting position to do.
Before was played, it looks
Okay,
like.
so it was knight 6 and then they're still thinking? That's the game. No, I think that's
Analysis, right?
analysis. Yeah.
This is the game?
I think, yeah, it was just played before and
Yeah. Okay. All right. Thank you, Emilio.
Yeah, thank you,
you
Bar.
very much for joining me. Glad to see you. You're not going to Spice Cup.
no,
you're not.
I'm
Okay.
just too tired
going
to play
home.
here once.
Yeah.
Well, I'm playing in Carlos Torre, but that's
Oh yeah,
different.
you're going to Carlos Store. I forgot.
Yeah,
That could be a fun event.
Yeah, it's a very fun
You
event.
will have many
I-
friends there. Many of the
many
friends, you know
friends.
are going there.
Yeah, I'm going with my wife too, so it's just
Oh, it's
easier.
a fantastic tournament.
Yeah, it's just different, you know,
Yeah.
staying here
I
alone.
played there
is-
twice.
Yeah,
I
well,
enjoyed
when
it.
it was the
I enjoyed it.
Wimbledon section, I think.
Wimbledon and yeah.
And the Open, I think no, you
Yeah.
play just the Wimbledon. I
I
think.
think Wimbledon.
Yeah, but it's a very nice place.
Yeah, I
and,
think both times it was Wimbledon. Yes.
Yeah. So now it's just an Open, but it's still very traditional tournament, and it's,
I like that place. I wouldn't mind going there. Maybe next year. You know? It's-
yeah, maybe after this.
I
right?
like going back to places that I was before.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like a place that I've been last
When
time
you
I was
were
there.
happy, right?
Yeah, last time I was there, 2010 maybe, 2009.
Wow.
Long time ago, very long time ago.
Yeah.
And I remember my friend Onishuk, I think he won.
Onishuk won in 2009 or something.
Yeah.
Close to that, yes, because
Yeah,
I remember I played that.
Because he beat me,
Yeah,
in the
I think I was
semifinals.
in that tournament. Yeah.
and then
But
he beat Quesada in the final.
Yeah. I was there, but I was eliminated by I think Schulman.
Schumann.
Yeah, Schulman beat me. I think back then, of
Back
course.
then, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, thank you so much, Emilio, and we'll hopefully see you soon again, okay?
Okay,
In
thank
our
you, Mark.
tournament. Thank you
Well,
very much.
see you.
Grandmaster
Bye.
Emilio Cordova joining us and analyzing some good games with me together. Thank you, everybody. I'm going to take a short break now, and when we come back, I'm going to go to the playing hall to see what's going on, give you a little bit more updates because we have a 15-minute delay, so I might have some more inside information for you when I come back after the break. See you in a little bit. We are back after the break, and we still have all the fighting games going on, guys. Let's take a look. One of the big games we have here is the game of Alex Katz. He needs a victory in this game. If he can get a win here, that's gonna increase his chances. But let's see here. Rook d4. Now the point here is, if you take, you're just gonna go 95. Pressure. Takes. And putting some pressure if takes, we have 97 forking here. So, that being said, he did not take, he played rook f8, and that's gonna allow Katz to go rook b1 to defend. Knight d6. I'm afraid the advantage is slipping here. Advantage is a little bit slipping now after rook c7. So the question is, rook, now he can play f4. Still the knight is out of place. There is no good way here to bring this knight into the game. Still it's a little bit problematic here. The knight is stuck. So b5 coming up. Knight e4. Bishop e4 now, hitting up on h7. h6. Now g4 coming up. Rook b here. Takes, rook takes. At some point, knight will go back to b8 and try to consolidate. Check. Take on c8. Rook takes c8. Now we have some options here. Rook c3. Bishop to, yeah, I think black is crumbling back. Knight b6. Now a6. And trying to a3. f6. Knight f1. Bishop goes here now, putting pressure. Bishop c8. Bishop f5. Yeah, so feel like, yeah, he's a little bit slipping here. Still advantage, but a little bit slipping. Let's look at the game bellows. Some development happened here after f4. a6 was played. He did not play the move bishop c5 by Konka. Takes. Bishop d3. Wow, he allowed him to take here. Interesting. h6 or g6 was an expected move. Now d3. Wow, this is very complicated. Rook fd8. Oh, sorry, rook fd8. Yeah, rook fd8. Yeah, this is going to be tough for Konka. Konka is going to draw this game, and he's going to have to try to win the last round against Kotz. I don't think he has any winning chances in this position. So, in fact, he's down a pawn still here. So this is not looking very good. Okay, d8, rook e1. Actually, interesting trick. Bishop takes g2. Because if you take, he has rook d2 here, putting lots of pressure here. So, yeah, it's a very tricky situation here. But I think it's looking tough here. It's going to be hard for Konka to win this. So, we will see. We will see, though. Let's move on to the game of Stramavicius. Stramavicius against Josiah. What's going on here? He had a nice position, Josiah, here. And he had to play f3 here. Just a conservative move to control opponent's advances. But instead he pushed and giving Stramavicius the attack now on a g file. Now piece is going backwards. That's no good. This is just misplayed game here. We're seeing by Josiah here, and looks like rook goes back here, defends everything, and this king is just looking super weak at this point. Unfortunately, a very tough position for Josiah, and Stramavicius might get to the 5 points here if he win this game. 5 out of 8, and looks like he did win it. So Titas Stramavicius winning his game, getting to the 5 points against Josiah, remaining at 1.5 here. We will try to get Titas to join us and discuss the game. And this is wow, yeah, very quickly things went south very quickly here. Position was absolutely fine for Josiah, but then things went under difficult position here. So right around here, I mean, it's a significant advantage here for Josiah here. Knight c3 is another option here to put some pressure on d6. And here, Knight c3. Yep, now everything is coming in. It's just gonna get very difficult now. Pressure on g2. You can play g3, takes, and now he goes here. No threats. Queen g4 is actually a very devastating threat, threatening this and also threatening queen g1 at the same time. So threatening both ideas. Queen g4 with the threat of queen g1 and queen g2 as well. So it's very difficult. Yeah, I think he just simply resigned here. He just simply resigned here, realizing that there is no way to save this position, you know. So rook f1, queen g4 coming in, and pressure here. f3 is just made. You have to give up the rook here. You have to give up the rook in order to survive this, okay? So this is a very difficult situation here, but yeah, that's in order to survive this, you have to do this. And if you take on g3, f takes g3. this upper rook. So yeah, that is the result right there. 0-1. 0-1. Stramavicius wins it. So GM section, it's gonna come down to the wire in the GM section, I think. It's really gonna come down to the yeah, it's not so much advantage here. I think advantage is definitely a little bit slipping here, and for cuts, and also for Kunka. Rook FD8 played. Wow, definitely now Bellows is the one who is going to be trying to press in this position. And now king, if he goes G3, bishop goes on A6, putting pressure. Bishop D3. Rook C8, putting pressure. Rook C1, King G7, King E3, King D4. Very, very active here. A4 perhaps, just to stop all the B5 businesses, and then Rook B1 to put pressure. Belaus, advantage for Belaus, and if he wins this game, that is going to eliminate Kunka's chances to try to get the iron norm. Same time, Alex Katz is still pressing here with that knight on d6. A very nice position. Let's see if he can try to improve the position to try to score that very, very important win here. Let's go back to the IM section here now, where we have Yim against Yim versus Joshua Sheng. Josh couldn't take on b7 here, because if you take, you're actually gonna run into a very problematic rook here, picking up this guy's. So he could not do that. So he play here, and now I think things are gonna come off the board. Take, A4. So we're gonna see like basically a liquidation of the forces, which will lead into a draw. Of course, actually backrank needs to be watched out. Instead of taking maybe G6 first, to get the backrank situation. After Rook C4, looks like players gonna be simply shaking hands in this position here. So very difficult to do anything here. All right, let's move on to the next one. Alexander Hyman. Alexander Hyman, he is trying to win this game against Chiron. Going back, Chiron attacking here. Advantage for Hyman. H6. Well, Rook G7 needs to be played. How did he miss it? Yeah, and now play the move B5, questioning the bishop. Bishop goes on D7. Rook F7, trying to attack this knight. This is a nice advantage, very active advantage for him. So push. Yeah, now just King D6. King D6 could be played here. And it's going to be a problem. It's going to be a problem with this pawn on, yeah, knight D3. Just bishop takes. Takes, knight takes. Okay, so now you have King E4 idea coming up. King E4, and you just simply take on E5. Here actually I have this. And when you go here again, you're going to be forced to go back to, well, wait. I just King F4. Yeah, you don't really have a way to put the rook behind it. If you put the rook behind it, then I think you have very, very good chances to win. But I don't think you have good chances to do that. So yeah, it's going to be tough. We'll see how it will go. Zoe is still thinking. This was played Yeah, white has a very serious advantage here. Wow, f6. My goodness. Why she didn't take? I take f4. Wow, she didn't like this. But at least there are a lot of pawns here you have here. Take. Lot of pawns in this position you have. That being said, but f6, that's just f5. Takes f5, f7. Yeah, this is very tough position here. And the idea is to pile up on c6. You have a threat of rook fc1 coming up, putting pressure on c6. It's going to be very difficult to defend this position. So rook fc1, lots of pressure on c6 here. Rook cd8, yeah, it's going to be very hard to hold this position. Another option is we have Gunbold drew his game early on against Mike Zalozny. This was these players don't have, you know, Gunbold is an IM provider, and the other players just Mike doesn't have too many chances. But he did win his game, which was nice for him to get on the scoreboard after losing the first 6. Austin May, this is a big game, guys, for Basan Suren. He has to win this game. If he can win this game, he will have chances to win it out and get that norm, but he has to win this one. So let's see, we left off here, queen c7 was played. Ooh, apparently knight d4 is very strong. Bring the knight in here, very strong. He goes here, d5. Now he's just winning. Wait a minute, knight d4. Why not just take? Take. Rook g1. And now just basically getting ready to sacrifice. Yeah, now threatening on f6, so it goes bishop f6. Take. And now ready to take on g6. Now ready to sacrifice, goes here. Queen takes d5. Rook fd8. Attacking the queen. Queen g5, yeah, just winning material. And if you don't, if you go knight f4, then there is a sacrifice. Take, check, take, check. Can't go anywhere, he has to go here, and that leads to the mate. Okay? And he can't really go anywhere, just can't rush. Just simply stuck here, cannot go anywhere. All right. Yeah, this is where we stand right now, okay? This is where we stand in this game. Players are still fighting, but this is... I will take a short break and see if I can find another guest here for an interview. We'll see you in a little bit. Okay, guys, we are back and we have a special guest. We haven't had him on a show yet, but now we have it. Somebody that I know for many years now.
Yes.
Grandmaster from Lithuania, Titas Stramavicius.
Good to be here, Var.
Yeah, thank you. Well, congratulations.
Thank you.
You got a very nice attacking win against Josiah. He's definitely having a tough event so far, but let's go through this game. Let's go through this game together, and you can tell us the critical moments that you think more or less all theory.
Yeah, this line is supposed to be very dubious for Black, by the
Really?
way,
Yeah.
but just the way he plays is actually really good. I think the
Yeah.
computer really likes it a lot. But I thought, okay, I have some, bishop on g7, king's Indian type of
F5.
f5 break, maybe comes. So he has to be a bit precise, to
Yeah.
not allow too much counterplay. And bishop c2 seemed like the bad move, but I guess knight d4, wasn't maybe not the best way to punish it. I felt like I could win that bishop there, but
You took this guy.
yeah, because I don't really I can't do much. I felt otherwise, because he'll take on d4 potentially, and then knight 2, and I got this crippled structure, and I can never play f5 because he'll take on f5 and then d4, and I'll get these double d and f pawn, and then it's gonna be really bad. So I felt like taking the bishop. At least I have 2 bishops now, and try to open up the position. Excuse me.
This b5.
I felt like he's stronger there, like my pieces are on the king side, his are on the queen side, right? So like, why am I playing into my opponent's hands?
Gotcha.
So at least I tried here. I mean, okay, it looks again a little bit hanging. Everything's a little bit hanging and a little loose, but rook
Bishop
f7.
c5.
And,
He's back on d2 now.
yeah, and again, it shows +1, but there's nothing concrete. So the game goes on, and I suggested him f4 at some point. Yeah, maybe that was
b4, at some point.
the best opportunity. Yeah.
Right here, I thought.
Yeah, rook e3 is just really bad.
This is where things started to go really south for him here, because this f3 move. What do you think of this f3 move? Did you thought about this?
Yeah, I was thinking about it, but it's not so clear because like d6 is not that weak, right? Let's say a queen g7, knight e6, knight e4 maybe comes.
Yeah.
If you move
This guy in here.
yeah, rook g8, if knight c3, rook f6, it's like why is white better? Like okay, computer, maybe showing some evaluation, but for me it wasn't clear at all. Like I felt like my problems were already solved here because, or most of them anyway.
Most of them, yeah.
Because the knight can come to d4. I have this clear counterplay on the g file, and his play on the queen side, and then the center is kind of lackluster now with pieces traded off. When you have like a more passive position, you trade pieces, right? And I traded quite a few of them, so.
Yeah.
So you have 3 queen g7. Again, I don't see anything like too bad about black's position,
Yeah.
Rook g8 probably, or 96. Maybe rook g8. Let's say, doesn't matter that much. He does have this b4 c5, so I have to be a bit, wary. But again, like
This f4, time and time, we see that this f4 move is actually something that it's important to play.
Yeah, you can't just let yourself get steamrolled, right, when you're under
pawns.
attack. So
Could he have done this f4 early on? Or?
yeah, he probably had like an opportunity somewhere. I felt maybe, I think you could play it before bishop g5 and after bishop g5. Maybe like here f4 was a move, but computer likes bishop g5, so I don't know. Maybe it's bad. Yeah, b5 counterplay. I wasn't so sure though, obviously, during the game.
It's very interesting, because I looked at very brief like this. It's just by looking at the evaluation, you would think, it's like +1, it's very, very comfortable. But then you look at it in practice, it's not easy.
It's never easy, right? Like winning, a good position is, it's never easy.
And then basically he played this move, and it's just boom, you attack him.
I'm surprised computer is showing quality, because I felt like I was gonna win almost every single time in this position, unless I blunder something.
This was a really bad move, because he cannot let you play queen
f5
here. So he had to play this move queen c2.
He said he missed it,
Yeah, queen f5 was. Once you put queen f5, it's over actually, because you're getting this beautiful grip now. Rook is coming to g8, queen h3 is on top. So he went here. And now just coming back.
Managed to find, I think, I pretty clean. Like he said I had 93. Actually, somehow missed it. I saw it.
Knight d3.
Yeah, I saw it in a different situation, like when the queen is on h6.
This way, take.
But here it's just
Yeah.
mate n6. You know,
Wow,
like,
that
again,
is pretty. That is pretty. you
again,
know?
it shows that you can miss, you know, even the simplest things in a
That
winning
is pretty.
position.
It takes knight f2 just to show our audience.
Yeah.
That's we have mate.
Or rook g1 first, if you really want to get
Yeah.
fancy.
Oh, yeah. And it takes. We have a nice delivery mate here.
Again, queen e4 is another
And
move.
if he takes-
There.
Thank you very much.
Yeah, the queen is
Wow. You
but
went for-
thankfully, this was also sufficient. Again, just the knight comes to d3, you know, inevitably, and e3 is queen b1 clearance.
Oh, yeah. Wow, beautiful. Okay, great. Great finish. And you got one more game remaining. Tiras.
One more game
Are you
remaining,
going to
yeah.
try to go for one more to finish the tournament with the 6 out of 9?
Unlikely, but we'll see how
Who
it
you
goes.
playing?
I'm playing Alex Ostrovsky.
Alek Ostrovsky. Okay, you're white.
Yes, but we have a long history of playing in the last round.
Ah.
I think
Okay.
we've played like 7 times, and I think 4 of them were last round games.
Oh, really?
In round
Wow,
robin events.
Interesting. Tell us a little bit about your plans after this tournament. Are you going to stick around in America, or what's your plans?
Yeah, I'm going back to Europe, I think.
Europe,
Yeah,
okay.
going back to Europe for a bit. My tourist visa is expiring soon, so gotta leave anyway. Maybe I'll play the North American Open, maybe.
Maybe.
But I'd say it's like a 25% chance at this
Yeah.
point.
Okay.
Yeah, I have this tournament in Spain.
Spain, January?
January, yeah.
January.
Sevilla City.
Nice.
Then I'm planning to play in Norway in
Ooh.
February, I think.
Nice.
Pretty strong, I think, Open should be. And then we'll see, you know, that's kind of it for now.
In March, yeah. March, we'll see what
March, yeah, we'll
invitations
see.
are out
Yeah.
there.
We'll see
Maybe
what
you'll be
what-
back
yeah.
again.
If
to
I'm in
our
demand or not,
tournaments.
yeah.
You're in demand. Yeah, we will invite you again. Hopefully, we're trying to restructure a little bit how we're gonna do the tournaments. So definitely, we'll keep you in mind here. Do you like so far the San Jose, the tournament, the conditions?
Yeah, I mean, my roommate is the arbiter, so
Arbiter.
he's
Fighter.
never in the room.
He's never there.
He's never in the
You-
room,
you
so
stay by
I basically have a
yourself.
single room, you know. and
Yeah,
It's-
he's
it's
here
quite
from
pleasant.
the morning until.
He came back
11
at 2
o'clock.
a.m. yesterday. Like in the room, he was back at 2 a.m. So
So
you
you
know.
feel you got the single.
single, yeah, I got a single room.
Very
basically.
nice, very nice. Well, Tiras,
having a good
that's
time,
great. That's great. Okay, we're glad you like it here, and we enjoy having you in the tournaments here, and hope to see you back here again. And good luck in the last round.
Thank you, Var.
Okay, absolutely. The grandmaster Stamavicius winning his game and joining us for the game analysis. This was some strong attack here. All of a sudden, this attack came in with the rooks and queen and knight, and there is not much Josiah can do here. And Titas wins a strong game and getting to that plus score here. What do we have here? What do we have? Let's see. Bishop a6 was played actually. Yeah, it just looks like this game is just gonna fizzle out here. I feel like this game should become a draw. Then we have a game, Hyman game. Let's see, King d6 played, Knight d3 threatening mate. Ooh. Yeah, this is complicated now. Knight is jumping in on g5. Looks like Chiron might be back in the game here. White did have a way to shut things down here if he had played, let's say, c5. Takes. Rook g7. Now e5 is hanging. Yeah, it's just he had a way to shut things down here, but it's tricky. But he didn't do that. Yeah, this shows still equality here, but instead he played attack and just picking up the pawn on d6. Then we have Zoe. She's fighting in a tough position she's in and trying to make something happen here, but after e4 I think Shavit is doing really well and is close to score, I think, his first victory here. He's got 1 point so far, so we'll see how that will go. And then we have Gumball drew his game, and then we have Austin May trying to attack here his opponent Basan Suren, trying to win the game. Knight h7. Ooh, tough one here. He missed 96 perhaps. Austin has a chance here. If he finds this move 96, he's gonna have the victory here. He's gonna have victory. So looks like we have same game analysis here happening here in the game. Alex cuts. And wait a minute, what just happened here? So we'll have to wait. Let me go find out, guys, what happened here, and if I can get maybe Alex Cuts to join us, okay? So the game has finished. Let's see what happened, because this is very important. Knight b7. All right, we'll be back in a little bit, guys, to bring you more interviews.
We'll see.
Hello everyone, we are back and we are very excited to have the international master Alex Katz winning this very important game and getting to that +4 out of 8 rounds, and now with one game remaining in a couple of hours where draw is gonna give him the grandmaster knob. Do you have any grandmaster knobs?
I do not. This would be my
Okay.
first.
Fingers crossed, Alex. Let's see here. Let's take a look at this game. You early on got such a wonderful position out of the opening. So I
Yeah.
kind of know where he made a mistake. Was this a prep?
Yeah. This was all prepared for this game. I don't
G3, yeah?
normally
This
play.
is becoming more popular, this G3, yeah?
It was popular in like 2017, 2018. There were a lot of high-level games with DC, Bishop G2, Castle 95, Knight C6. And then it kind of fell out of favor because it's very difficult for Black to play.
Yeah.
But I was hoping he wouldn't be up to date with the theory.
95. And here, Knight C6 is the main line.
Yeah, so
And-
Knight C6 used to be the main line. I think C5 is more popular nowadays.
It's fine, yeah?
And then this endgame, White can play any move. Knight E3 is a very forcing line because it forces him to find a few only moves. But I mean, any reasonable move here is a winning attempt for sure.
But he played this move, which was really bad, yeah? This
Yeah,
bishop before.
so
he
already-
has to play C3, and according to my analysis here, I looked a little bit here, this line. So here, this rook B8 is an important move.
Yeah.
Because you want to be able to play the move B6,
Right.
get the bishop on B7.
Yeah, and it's important to be fast because if you play Bishop E7 instead of Rook B8, then I play A4, A5 very quickly.
Yeah.
And you don't really have
I
time for
went
this
a little bit
anymore.
with this, and it looks like I almost equalized here. I don't know.
Yeah, White has some
This
very
is
small
very
pull.
bishop A6 is very putting pressure here.
Yeah, it's a very small advantage. The alternative, instead of taking on C5 that I had prepared, was to play Knight C4. And the idea is after B6, I'll play Bishop F4,
Okay.
Bishop B7, take on B8, Bishop B7, sorry. Other bishop. Take on B8, take on G2, Bishop D6.
Great.
With the idea Bishop H1, Bishop F8, he takes, and F3, and the bishop's kind of trapped. And it's an interesting position.
Bishop D6. That's
Yeah.
a complicated move. Well,
Yeah,
it takes.
it's an idea. I mean, there's some rapid games.
This has
where-
been played before?
Yeah, there's a Dubov game in rapid. You take on F8. You take the rook.
Okay.
King takes, say, and then F3. And there's some games.
Wow. That's pretty incredible.
Yeah, it's a very interesting line. I mean, objectively, Black is probably better, if anything, but
So were you gonna go for this, or
I figured I'd try it.
Yeah.
I did, or I figured I'd try it if it didn't look
Yeah.
like he was still in preparation.
Yeah.
If he blitzed everything out, then I might have done something else, but
yeah? But this is just fantastic for you.
yeah, I mean, here I have everything I want from the Catalan. Like, I've gotten the dark square
Yeah, you
bishops
got the
off.
best Catalan, yeah?
Yeah, I get the rooks on both open files. It's an absolute dream.
Mm-hmm.
And then I, despite having this absolute dream of a position, immediately messed it up. I think any d4 is just a very bad move.
Yeah, I mean, it looks like you don't have to go immediately, yeah? You
Yeah.
can start out with this.
Yeah, knight d6 or knight e5 with the idea of bringing the other knight to whichever square I didn't go to. Just put the knights on d6 and e5 and it's essentially winning on the spot.
Yeah, yeah. And then you just bring this guy here. That's it.
Yeah, and the big problem for him is his light square bishop has no
Six
squares.
square is very bad. Too.
Yeah,
So you went here, knight
yeah.
a6.
And now the big difference is there's a square on a4 for the bishop sometimes.
Exactly. Now you had to go. See, like you had to defend for.
Yeah,
a
it's
move
a
or
little
two.
bit awkward.
Yeah, like here, I was looking at this move here in my analysis, and I looked at some deep lines here, but you know, it looks natural. You have to play this.
Yeah, I think it's a very important moment because rook c7 feels less natural.
Uh-huh.
And so I didn't expect that he would play it, but I think it's probably better.
B5 somehow.
B5 is an interesting idea.
So I was just looking to try to understand what's going on, but he basically just gets that knight b8 idea going, and eventually trades. Again, this is like some very, very accurate play.
Right.
Then he achieves the equality, almost equality. But it's not easy.
No.
Not easy to do this.
Yeah, I felt this was the problem with his position. Like, he has to be incredibly accurate
Yeah.
to try to equalize. And I don't need. I need to be a little bit accurate to keep the advantage, but I'm always a little bit better. Like even this position, I'm probably
With
very
the pawn on
slightly
b5,
better.
yeah, very slightly better. Yeah, but that didn't happen. And then next thing I saw you guys finished very quickly here. So he didn't play rook c7, he played here. Knight c4.
Yeah, so A3 was very questionable. The problem was I had originally planned knight e5.
So you were expecting to move bishop a4?
Or something, yeah. A3 was not a good move. But
Wow, it's almost equal, huh? Bishop a4.
I'm surprised it's almost equal. I thought it was still better
Well,
here.
wants to go
but-
knight c7. Knight c7 and then knight ce8.
Yeah, no, I understand the idea, but I guess the problem is that b5 is a threat. Because my impression was...
b5 is a threat too.
Yeah.
Oh.
My impression was that if he played a slow move, I'd always have time to at least play like e4, e5, f4, and that'd be permanently better. But bishop a4 is very strong. I didn't consider this too deeply.
Knight here.
Yeah, I was very lucky he played knight e8. This was all planned before, and now the problem after knight
He
e5,
goes here.
if he goes here, then I take on c5.
Can take with this, let's take with this.
Yeah. And I pick up a piece this way.
Beautiful, beautiful. Yes. And now he had to go here.
Yeah, and then this is a cute finish. It forces him back to the same square, and then you get the same tactic.
Wow, congratulations. Congratulations, that puts you, let's see, that puts you in 6 points right now. Your closest rival is 5, 5, 5. You know, with the draw here, not only you get your GM norm, but you secure a clear first place in the tournament,
I would take that.
which is, I've done it once.
Really?
In
Only
Mechanics
one time.
Institute, once. I was an IM with 2 norms, Mechanics Institute. I played a very strong round robin tournament. 8 GMs, 2
8
IMs,
GMs.
2 IMs,
Wow.
me and Hikaru Nakamura. I am the lowest rated player, but I'm 2485 FIDE. So I played a lot of draws. There's a lot of friends playing each other. Anyways, a lot of draws. I ended up winning the tournament with +2.
Really?
Clear
Wow.
first. Clear first, secure the victory. And the last game, I'm playing John Fedorovich.
Oh, wow.
And draw is, I'm getting my last norm and possibly the clear first, which was like, it happened. But I had done only 5.5, but you're going to do it with 6.5 here.
Yeah. Plus 4 is probably going to be
+4 is
needed.
good, yeah. That tournament was just very interesting. We had a lot of draws. It was like an interesting field. It was myself, Hikaru were already pretty strong IMs. And then there was like, the field was like Nick de Vierman, Walter Brown, Yuri Schulman,
Wow.
John Fedorovich, Alexander Baburin.
Oh, wow. That's a lot of strong players.
It was strong players. There were like high 2,500 players. And Alex Yermolinsky. And I remember, I think I lost the first game, which was really like, I lost the first game, but I beat Hikaru, I beat Yuri Schulman, and I beat Walter Brown.
Nice.
I remember, and then I just managed to not to lose anymore and secure the final GM North.
Yeah, that's the nice thing about those strong events. You can lose a game and be okay.
Lose the game and bounce back. So I've done it before. So Josh won, apparently. So his opponent blundered a piece. How did he win
He
this
won
position?
this position? Oh, that's not good.
Oh my goodness. My goodness, that is a really bad oversight. Knight G4.
That's crazy.
I wasn't even looking at this move. I was just trying to figure out how to do this.
Yeah, C3 seems
Straight.
very natural. I mean, knight e4 is probably fine, but
Wow, that's a tough one. That's unpleasant, Oh,
ooh, yeah, that's a rough way to lose a game.
He forgot this?
That's possible.
Bishop is coming back on b1. Okay. All right, Alex, thank you very much for joining us. You have one more game. Let's see here, how is your opponent, potential opponent doing here? And I see Vladimir Belos there. I think they finished.
Yeah, I assume he won. He had a much better version of this one I saw.
Oh, okay. So Vladimir probably won. So, okay. we wish you good luck. You got the black
you.
pieces, and you need to get a draw, and hopefully you can do that, and we'll talk to you after that, okay?
Sounds good. Thank
Have
you
a
for
good
having me.
sunrise. Absolutely. Congratulations, Alex. Alex on route, half a step away now. We say half a step away, half a game basically needed, half point to secure the match. And now we have Vladimir. Did you win? Would you like to come for a few minutes? Did you win? Yeah. All right. We have Grandmaster Vladimir Belos winning another one now. 2 in a row, Vladimir.
On fire.
Big game here. Your opponent was trying to win very hard, you know?
Yeah.
To keep his norm chances alive.
Okay. He was fighting for Norm, right?
He needed basically, he needed 1.5 out of 2.
Okay. Because
So-
I offered him a draw actually, and he declined like
Yeah.
in the opening.
Yeah. So, this is of course normal.
That is not normal.
But A3, no, this Queen C2 already.
yeah, I know.
So you were experimenting a little bit.
Yeah, like
Knight C3.
it's a 3. I mean, yeah, nothing special.
Huh.
So here, I like somewhere I have to be not lost, but much worse.
Somewhere here, yeah, there was some kind of Bishop C5.
Yeah,
move
Bishop
he had.
C5. Okay, yeah, I would play probably D3.
D3, yeah, Rook E8, and
Or Rook 8 before. Well,
it's not so easy.
yeah, it's
There's
like I'm
A6
also
there or something.
I'm
I
also
don't know.
have some
Oh, yeah,
attacking
yeah.
targets.
But he also got an okay position here.
No,
but
here
then-
it's very interesting. So here Bishop F6, Queen F5 was interesting move. But
Here?
yeah, Queen F5, but Queen F5 is not working unfortunately because BC,
Yeah.
Bishop C4 and Rook A5.
Swinging the rook
yeah.
to G5.
Yeah, otherwise like Bishop D3, I don't know how to stop.
Yes.
Bishop D3, it's a very serious threat, no?
Yeah.
So, but here, of course, he's totally fine. So, I took, yeah, Bishop D3, and here I calculated some. I don't know, like, does it work or not? Like, so I calculated BC4, Bishop H7, yeah, King H8, and I just took. So here it was G6, critical.
G6.
But
You were gonna take, right?
I just take, yeah, take, Bishop G7 and take on F8 and pick up the pawn. No, the Rook F1, Queen E7, like I don't know. But
Take this?
yeah, Queen B6 and I pick up like almost all the pawns. I don't know. I was thinking that it's fine, but maybe I'm losing somewhere. Okay, Bishop D4, Rook A6, and that is. Oh, wow, that is bad. I thought that okay,
No,
like
but
he doesn't have any pawns. Like okay.
It's very concrete, yeah.
Oh, okay. His bishop is very strong, right? Yeah, I agree. Yeah, I didn't see it. Like I just, like I saw.
Wow, you have 5 pawns.
Yeah, 5 pawns, but losing position, right?
Yeah, most likely it's losing here.
Yeah, I mean, of course, I just calculated until Queen B6, and I was like, okay,
Yeah.
I pick up all the pawns, like it's.
Yeah, he probably rejected that.
Yeah.
Looking at that. So, but he probably had a way to bail out somewhere, right?
I mean, for sure he had to go there compared to that he did in the game.
But even here, right? He could just bail out here somewhere.
I'm not sure. Like
No?
here, I mean, like take bishop. Okay, like again.
Yeah, like instead of taking, I was looking at this move here.
Yeah, I mean, I'm on the driver's seat, right? So Rook
Yeah.
F1. Well, probably he should make a draw, but he must be precise, not me, right?
Yeah. Yeah, of course. But yeah, it just it shifted to your advantage now, the momentum completely, and now you just up a pawn.
Yeah.
You're enjoying this beautiful position now. Centralize the bishop.
Here, I was calculating here Rook H4.
Yeah.
It was interesting moment. Rook H4. I could play even Rook E7. I think. Rook E5 also fine, but I was going to play Rook E7, Bishop C4, and G3. Rook is trapped, right? So, and And another line, okay, another good line was okay. Go ahead. No, not rook h4, but what happened in the game? Yeah, king here. So instead of bishop g7, rook h6, and a5. a5 take and king d4.
Ah, this is nice. This is g4.
Yeah. And bishop d7, c5, c6, and that's
Mate.
yeah.
And if you go bishop here, we go check.
Yeah,
Very nice.
mate in the center, right?
So you took
here.
another pawn.
Here, yeah. And
Okay. Well, congratulations.
Thank you.
Congratulations, Vladimir. That puts you in a 5 out of 8.
on fire.
And who do you play in the last round? Do you know?
Yes. Amazing grandmaster from Peru.
Oh, Julio.
Yeah,
Okay.
Emilio.
Emilio.
Yeah.
Sorry. Well, once again, good comeback. Couple of wins in a row to improve the standings. Again, there are no particular prizes here that you're playing for, but it's good to see the fighting games. This was a big fight here. Your opponent was really trying to get that win here to put him in a good position. He's playing actually Alex Katz.
Oh, okay.
So technically, if he had won against you,
They would play.
they
for
would
norm.
draw,
Ah, okay.
and
And both of them.
Alex
would
would
norm.
get GM norm. He would
Oh,
get an IM norm, and there is another pairing in your section. Two guys are playing each other. Draw is enough for a norm.
And
so it
who?
would have been 4. It's the pairing of Max Gedaljevic against Mark Heyman.
Oh, okay.
So they both, with the draw, gonna achieve the +1 score and the IM. By the way, final IM title.
Who?
Both of them.
Oh, both of them. Wow. Oh,
Final
okay.
IM.
Oh,
So-
good.
So, yeah, but that didn't happen. But you won the game. We're happy for you.
Okay,
So
thank
thank you very much for joining, Vladimir, and we'll see you next time again.
Thank you, Var.
All right, absolutely. Well, we have the results for the open GM section. Vladimir winning against Harshit, Katz against Narayanan, Sherman Stramavicius winning against Josiah, Ostrovsky draw Gedaljevic, and Heyman Cordova. We have Josh Schenk here. We're gonna get Josh come here to join us here to show his game, and we're getting close to wrap up. Let's get Josh here while he's here. 1 second, guys.
Один чувак постоянно пытался меня блефовать. Я такой сижу здесь, кол. Я зашел за 800 максимум. Я выиграл. Я был стак сначала. Игра сумасшедшая.
Okay.
Вообще какие-то игры, психопаты.
We have a special guest who won his game, and Austin, unfortunately, not quite enough points to pull for the norm, but again, improving the standings to 4 out of 8, gaining some rating points potentially. And did you play 96?
Yeah.
Did this happen?
No. I took out the pawn on g6 first.
This is the game, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so anyway, there was a messy game here. Your opponent needed to win too. He
Yeah,
needed to win
yeah.
the last 2 games, so it was a big fight was gonna take place here. Both of you were, trying to win, and he was trying to win hard as well. But here, he made the mistake. Yeah, this is just too slow. He
He has
had to play h4 here.
h4.
This is absolutely necessary to avoid a lot of these captures and everything.
What about g5? I take the pawn.
And
I move the queen, and then I play h4, right?
moving where?
g4. Okay, that looks a little bit sketchy, right? Because the king becomes open.
Well, but there you put a knight on f4 and stuff. So queen g2. It's very concrete.
Yeah, I guess so.
Yeah, this looks okay for you, for him, okay. But yeah, but this is just losing now. Knight.
So this was this that.
94 just winning. 94, knight f5. Open him up.
A d5 and then queen h6, right?
Yeah.
Oh, so I got the move order wrong. I
Yeah,
should queen
he had to go rook f8 because he has to go rook f8 to a bishop f8, bishop g7. So he goes here.
And then I think that the endgame is winning because I have like a rook and 3 pawns.
Yeah,
right?
yeah, no, absolutely. There was. By the way, this was. This was winning too. I don't know if you saw this line.
Knight h5, I guess.
And rook g1. And you just gonna take on g6.
Can you go bishop f6 and knight g7? Oh, oh
was
no,
a
no, no, no.
piece. So
Knight g7 maybe? Knight g7 first. Oh, rook takes g6. I didn't see that move. And then there's
isn't
checkmate.
this just mating net? Yeah, mating net.
Yeah, yeah. There's no way to stop. There's one line I want to see if it worked though. It was after bishop takes g. Okay, so knight h7, right?
Yeah.
No, not knight h7. I think the line I was calculating.
97, 96, he resigned, right? Is that what you have?
No. There was a line before I was looking at. So it was after knight d. I think after queen h6, and then okay. So I played d5, knight d4,
Yes.
and then if he takes the pawn. So this is the line I calculated. Bishop takes g6. Okay, and then
Isn't this just wins? Mate?
that one's too. But I had this cool idea. So it was bishop takes g6.
Takes, yeah. So, what's
So-
their idea?
Bishop g6, and then I thought he might get counterplayed with c3, but then I saw knight f5, knight f5, c2, and then king a1. He takes the rook, and rook takes.
Okay.
But then the queen on h6 covers all the way, and then I win because knight e8 is queen h7, so he has to give the queen, and then I win.
No, that's amazing. Yeah. Yeah, it's nice sacrifice here, opening up. No, this was. So, how did you win the game? Actual game here. What happened?
I just sack and then take.
Are you sacked? You didn't see knight e6?
I thought knight e6, bishop
Queen
g5.
e5. Yeah.
Yeah, but I thought bishop g6 first is a little bit more accurate because every move is 4, so it makes my calculation a little easier. Then, yeah, I don't know why he took with the queen. That he has to trade the queens. His only chance, I think, is to play the endgame. Like, maybe take with the rook.
Yeah, but it's down so many pawns. Yeah.
Yeah. You know, but this is going to be losing. I mean, he had to give the bishop too. Like, there might have been a mate, but, like, this is the easiest. I just take the pawn.
Wow, congratulations. Congratulations on the win. And, you know, good luck in the last round. And, you know, you'll have the black pieces. And who you playing?
I'm playing Mike. Mike Zalosny.
Mike Zalosny, right there. Okay, very good. All right, thank you very much, Austin, for joining us. And we'll see you after your next game, okay?
Yeah.
Hopefully, good result.
Bye.
All right. Okay, guys, I think we are pretty much almost at the end here. Looks like a victory is coming for Shavit here against Zoe Tang, and Mark Hyman was trying very hard. He was trying very hard, but I think now he's gonna try to make a draw. Oh, okay. So yeah, this is gonna be a long game. Yeah. Okay. Thank you everybody for joining me today for the commentary. Really enjoy having you here. We had lots of interviews, and we have one more round remaining. Let's keep an eye on that round, and we'll be back at 4:30 Pacific time for the final round of the 1000 GM Bay Area GM and IM North tournaments. We'll see you in a couple of hours, guys. Have a good one.